I've had a few questions on Facebook about what material I use. Now, I've got to be completely honest, I'm not an expert at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what material I use, but it may not necessarily be the best material that you can get. It may not be the best material for what I'm doing, but it suits me, and I'll show you some stuff. And in fact, I've gone on to an AI machine to ask what material we should be using, and well, I think the advice is pretty rubbish really. Anyway, so let's have a look.
Guide to Travel Filmmaking and Camera Gear for 2023. Travel filmmaking is a unique way to document your journeys and share them with the world. It requires a certain set of skills and know-how, as well as the right camera gear to capture remarkable footage. If you are looking to make a splash in the world of travel filmmaking, you will need to equip yourself with a whole arsenal of gear. Whether you're looking for the latest tech on the market or something more budget-friendly, choosing the right camera gear and accessories can be a bit overwhelming. So what are you waiting for?
So the AI, that was what that little piece of video was about. I just plugged in the title, the best camera gear for 2023, and let it do the rest. Basically, it says you need an arsenal of camera gear, lenses, cameras, etc., tripods. I don't fully agree. This is being taken on an iPhone with a DJI mic. Now, I'm going to be mentioning DJI for a moment, is this company. I'm not sponsored by them. I have no favors or anything to do with DJI. This is totally my stuff. I'm only talking about it because this is the gear that I use and I quite like it. I started off a few years ago with the Phantom 3. That was one of the first drones they sold in France, at least. And since then I've got two other drones. I've got an old Mavic Pro and a Pocket, a DJI Pocket drone, which is absolutely great. Although I don't take them all the time, because in a lot of the places you go to, I've just recently come back from Lanzarote, and on Lanzarote you can like fly it in 100 square meters, because you can't fly in the military areas, lots of military areas on Lanzarote, and you can't fly above people's heads, which is normal. You don't want to crash into people's heads. So that leaves virtually nothing in Lanzarote, so I don't even take it. I'm going to be taking it a little bit more because I've left it at home quite a lot recently, so I'll be taking a drone. But otherwise, I just used four things. One is the iPhone 14, which is taking this video with the mic as well, but you could just use the iPhone because it's got a built-in mic and it's not that bad. So you could, arguably just use a smartphone, whether it be an iPhone or an Android phone or whatever, just to start off. You don't need all that material. Afterwards, I've got a DJI Pocket 2. I used to have the DJI Pocket, and that died on me, so it's the Pocket 1, died on me in Italy some time ago, and I bought the Pocket 2. It's a great little thing because it's a three-way axis gimbal, so whenever you're moving around, it takes nice, smooth 4K video, and I tend to have that in my pocket most of the times, wherever I am. I also have another thing, which is called another camera called a Sony ZV-1, which is sold as a vlogging camera. This is quite nice because it has quite good results with minimal sort of messing around with settings, etc. And also you can flip the screen right around so you can see what you're actually videoing, which is really good. And my third camera is Sony A7iii, which is a little bit heavier, a little bit more bulky. When I use that, I generally use it with a gimbal. I've got a gimbal. I've had a few gimbals over the years, but I think I've got the one that I need now because it's nice and small. It packs down nice and small, and it's very easy to set up. My first gimbal was too big to take with my luggage, so I never took it anywhere. My second gimbal just took so long faffing around to set it up that I got rid of it. And this one, I quite like it because it's easy to set up in a couple of minutes and it's ready to go. And it takes some really nice, buttery smooth, as they say, video footage without jolts and whatever. And I have one more, which I won't be using in this video, but it's a DJI Action Cam. It's the first one that they brought out. And I only use that really on the beach, when you want these pictures of waves rushing towards you, and when you've got a risk of maybe your camera getting a little bit wet, well, you don't want to take your camera there. And this one is great because it's fully waterproof and you can put it underwater and everything. So I'll be giving some examples, footage, I'm waiting for the weather to get better so I can get out and do it with the iPhone, with the Sony ZV-1, the DJI Pocket, and the A7 III. The A7 III and the ZV-1, I'll probably stick it on the gimbal, which I'll show you. I'll show you all of this. And like I said, I have this mic. I have some other mics as well, which I've used. Basically, it's just sort of experience. I've bought these mics, and they've been good, you know, for certain things. One, we do podcasts as well. This is sort of a side hustle that I do. So there's some which are great when you're fixed in a studio type setting, but when you're out on the go, it's not so good. So this actual one that I have now is great. Now, if you've watched any of my videos, you'll probably find that some of them, the sound is not brilliant. Now, that's not the fault of the DJI mic, I must say. It's my fault, because I haven't really got down and got my head around the settings yet. So as soon as I get my head around the settings, every video should be perfect sound, like I hope this one is. So let's go and have a look at some results. We'll start off with the iPhone.
So just to be on the same track, this is taken handheld with an iPhone 14 Pro Max. This is taken with a Sony ZV-1 handheld. It's the same picture that I've taken with the other two, and it will be 4 by the time I finish it. This is taken with a DJI Pocket 2, which is naturally stabilised. The iPhone wasn't, it was handheld, but this is handheld as well. This is taken with the Sony A7 III, handheld again. So you can compare it with the other three, see what you think. So there you go, that was the material I'm using. I'm not sure whether it's the best. Maybe you can get better, cheaper, more expensive, whatever, but that's what I use, and I'll keep learning, because I'm learning all the time. I'm not at the best place at the moment with my videos. They're getting better, I can feel, in little bits, but you know, it takes time. So hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much.